Hi everyone, Coach Keon Smith here from Action Coach Guyana, and we are continuing our interview series as we are speaking to innovative and dynamic business owners, leaders, team representatives of companies, organizations in and around Guyana. This morning we are going to be speaking to Mr. Raphael Adis from Sloth Island Nature Resort, and he's going to be telling us all about that in just a few minutes. In the meanwhile, thank you guys for always tuning into our live broadcast, and you help support our mission when you like, love, and of course, share our video content. So that is my encouragement to you, and that is a role that you can play in helping us and even helping the businesses to spread the word about what they're currently doing, even amidst this pandemic. So, without any further delay, please let's welcome to the forefront, Mr. Raphael Ades. President, good morning to you. How are you doing today?
Hi, good morning. Good morning. I'm so happy to be on your live stream here. Um, I'm glad to that we are communicating with this in these tough times where everybody's at home, basically, or at least more or less at home, and
Yeah,
we're looking forward to things getting better. Hopefully, quite soon.
excellent. We are all hoping for that, Raphael. So let's get on to business. First of all, can you just tell us about Sloth Island Nature Reserve?
Okay, well, Sloth Island was. I started developing Sloth Island in 1997. This is about 23 years ago. At that time, it was just a piece of swamp, an island covered with water and mud, etc. At high tide and at low tide, it was totally swampy. So anyway, I decided to take up the challenge and to do something with it, and to make it into something that I could go and live there and create things and probably do some agriculture, do some planting, and basically enjoy nature. Um, so it was a long slog, and I started. What I did is I started to reclaim the land because the land was totally swampy. You had like about 5 feet of water, 6 feet of water. You couldn't walk. So I started pumping sand from the riverbed. I put the dredge out in the river and started pumping the sand over. Got a diver. Some very good men, were available and were very helpful and really did a fantastic job. And we started pumping sand from the water of the river onto the land and built up the land by about 8 feet, 7 to 8 feet. It took a while. It took a long time because it was a 4-inch dredge, which is a little a
Yes.
little thing, but it was fun. We used to do it all the time. We used to go there very often, and I started it like that, And yeah, started with wooden houses, wooden huts, um, and truly roof, and it was fun. It was fun, It was really great, and I enjoyed it. And as time went on, started I changed it and developed into made into a concrete building. Well, I think you see a picture here. Yes, one of the
Yeah.
concrete, did the foundations, etc. and developed it into something a little bigger, and much better, more comfortable. It has about 8 rooms, um, and I continued planting. I continued planting. I continued. We have a lot of mango trees. We have a lot of pineapple plants, um, cashews, coconuts, endless coconuts. We just continued planting and developing the island. And while there, we noticed. I saw that there were so many sloths living there. While sloth, indeed, the namesake, the island is Sloth Island, but I didn't give it the name. It was given by the British, and I think in the 19th century it must have been because this was a name that appears on the maps ever since. So there are a lot of sloth, monkeys, a lot of howler monkeys as well. We had some squirrel monkeys, the sakawinkies that you call, and lots of birds. We had some people come and check the birds. We had about almost 200 species of birds on the island. And so slowly, with time, people started to be interested to find out what a little more about the place and about the seclusion of the place made and the flooding, etc., made the place more accessible um, to wildlife. The wildlife wasn't disturbed. You understand? So people would come and look at it and basically just enjoy the day there, or sometimes would overnight at some point. So that's it. And so Thailand has always been a destination where it's not a must tourism destination. It always has been a special place where you just find yourself. You come with your family, or you come with your significant other, and you just relax. You go in a hammock. You go and swim in the river, which is we have some lovely beaches there, and then
Yeah.
you can walk into the jungle with on the walkway. There's a wooden canopy walk, mid canopy walkway, we call it. It's about 15 feet off the ground, and you can walk in into the forest and actually touch the trees and see the different kinds of barks and um, and the leaves, and you see wildlife, you see birds, and we have a very good. Well, it's not a big operation, but it is very well known for its specialty thing, which is the sloth.
Excellent, excellent. Thank you very much, Raphael. I mean, excellent storytelling technique as you took us from the inception of Sloth Island to actually where it is now. And we can see from some of the images, I just saw the aerial view of the part of the island, and it looks absolutely pristine. So, congratulations on that. Now, for the listening audience out there, can you can you tell us what are the top two packages that you have to offer?
Well, what happens is that when things were, before this pandemic and the problems of health problems that the whole world is actually experiences in tourism. Um, Before that, we used to have boat trips. People would come from would travel from Georgetown. This was in conjunction with Dagon Tours, of course, right?
Yeah.
So Dagon Tours would organize trips by bus. They would go to Parika. From Parika, we go in a boat, and then we go to Fort Thailand, and then to Slow Thailand for lunch, and spend a few hours there, and recreation, yeah, just relaxation on the beach, and enjoy basically what is there, and then continue and go back to Georgetown. This is at the time when there was there was no social distancing. Now with the social distancing issue, we're trying to figure out how to do it. To be honest, because we have to look at safety, the visitor safety, and the staff safety, and in general follow the rules of the Ghana Tourism Authority
Yeah.
and advisories. So we are waiting at the moment. We are waiting to develop that. As for the overnight, you have the option of overnighting there. Um, you have, as I say, you have 8 rooms. Well, some rooms they are family oriented basically. You have rooms with 3 beds, 3 large beds, some with 2 large beds. They're very well appointed, etc. They don't have AC. It works by fan, and but it's extremely comfortable and very well, very breezy, very large room. And we have also for 4 rooms as well. Sorry, 4 beds in a room as well. So families would come and are welcome to come in and spend their time at in those apartments, in those rooms.
Yes.
What we do is we're thinking of the plan is really to have um, overnighters to come in and give them, once they spend 2 nights, to give them the third night free, which would be you have things to do. You can do a lot of things during those 3 days, 4 days that you spend on the island. So you could actually so this is one option, and the other option would be that if you are a large family, if you have 4 or 5 of you, and you wish to share uh, the apartment, or you want to have 2 rooms, we give you a special rate. We discount for families, for groups. For couples, well, we try and make it as feasible as possible. Remember, it has to be good for the visitor. It has to be good
The best.
for the resort because you have to pay your expenses. You
Yeah.
have a lot of things that you have to deal with. So we try to see with you when you contact us. We always trying to find a way to uh, to make you happy, financially, and then of course the place is a lot of people who go and visit are always they return with extremely good impressions. And
Excellent.
one thing I wanted to mention at Sloth Island, sorry, is that 5 minutes from Sloth Island, we found that I found that over 20 something years ago that the parrots around the area land at a place called Parrot Island, which is 5 minutes away from Sloth Island. And every day at 5 in the afternoon, 5:15 in the afternoon till 6:15 in the evening, they are coming in by the thousand to overnight there to roost because
Wow.
it's a roosting site. And these parrots, not only the parrots, you have also pendulas, you have caciques, which are different species, right? You have all sorts of we have woodpeckers. Surprisingly, you have a lot of different birds that will go and sleep there. Um,
Uh,
about 4 months ago, we had a very nice lady who comes from Canada, and her specialty is counting parrots. You will tell me, how do you count parrots? It's incredibly impossible. Well, we went with her on the boat. I was there, and we went to the boat, four of us, and we started counting different sections of the sky as the parrots were coming in. It was amazing. We counted in 1 hour. You listen, 1 hour,
uh,
2,620 parrots.
wow.
2,620 parrots. These are the orange wing Amazon. It's like the green one. It's not the white eye that here, but it's a lovely bird, and they're very noisy. And that's what we didn't count the other birds because there are too many of them to count. But it's a nature's magnet. People love to go and see these places, and locals and foreigners, of course, who would come and look at birds and listen. When you wake up at 5 in the morning or 5:30 or 6 in the morning, you'd see all sorts of birds flying around. It's fun. It's fun.
Excellent.
It's
Excellent.
nature. Yeah, in nature, you're away from everything, and it's what a lot of people like to do to feel a little isolated and yet not so far. Remember, you have the internet. Once you buy your plan from the phone companies, you have the internet, of course, and we have telephone service and so on, and it's quite comfortable. So you always have a chance, and then you could paddle, of course, you could kayak, you could swim, um, and you could just look at the different food and the different
Excellent.
how it's a farm, it's a small kind of a sort of agricultural project at the side, and now we're trying to interest people in nature and what happens there.
All right. So I know that people are going to be returning out in their numbers as the COVID-19 comes to some degree of control. And you were mentioning in many regards that you are going to be putting systems in place to make sure you protect the visitors as well as your team. Now, what I would like for you to share with us as we're coming down, what would be the top two reasons why persons should visit Sloth Island Nature Reserve?
Well, um, all I could tell you is that two things. One, when you reach there, when you reach the island and you land, and your ears can only hear the sound of the forest, of nature, of the wind, of the bird. You actually start like in another world. You come in into a very peaceful place, and everything you see is natural. Um, Everything that you want you want to feel and find yourself again. You can find yourself again. This is how. This is how, in general, this is what exactly we promote and what it is. And secondly, when you go to Sloth Island, and if you are a nature lover and you want to see wildlife and birds and monkeys and basically feel the pulse of nature, we have the option of going into the forest and canopy walkway, and we also have a funny thing which is called Thousand Square. It is These are ropes. These are natural ropes. Those lianas, the big ropes that come down from the trees, and and you could swing from them. It's fun. It's a place where you have fun, and yet it's not crowded. It gives you your space when people come. Now, especially, they have their own ambena where they have their own lunch or dinner, whatever, and we separate the tables. Now we're doing it more than before, of course, but you leave a space between the tables so that if they want to have lunch or so, it's comfortable and safe. Of course, you spray everywhere. You have your disinfectant spray, and we use water from for showering, etc. We use rainwater. We don't use any other water. So it's a natural place. You find yourself, you enjoy it. You can read a book. You can talk to your family. You could actually start back, find strength inside exercise. At least for me, I always enjoyed it because that's how I loved it.
Yeah.
And some people. Would you believe some people who come from overseas? Um, they ask me, "What is this plant?" And it's a pineapple. It's a pineapple. I mean, what is this? They've never seen one before. So you can touch things like that, or like the cashew nuts. The cashew nuts, they're lovely purple. Well, when the flowers are out, the whole all the ground is like purple colored, and it's amazing. People don't know this. I haven't seen this. Same as the cashew, buck cashews. We call it buck cashews. Well, you eat the cashew nut. Nobody knows that the nut of the cashew salted and so on, is actually it grows on a tree in a fruit.
Yeah.
Anyway, this is why you come close to nature. That's
So
what
that's
the most
great,
important part.
great information, Raphael. I mean, this is one of the reasons why I also absolutely love nature, in that you learn so much about it, and it becomes moments of experiences and discoveries. So I want to thank you very much for being on the call. Just as before we go, persons who are listening to you and they're hearing about these exciting activities and history about Sloth Island Nature Reserve, just tell them how they can make contact if they would like to book and take advantage of some of the special offers that you have going on right now.
Okay, well, there are two ways, a couple of ways indeed. You could go on the Facebook page, which is Sloth Island Nature Resort, Sloth Island Nature Resort, and basically contact by inboxing, by sending a message, and we can communicate, and you can give you the information. And this is one. You can call us. Check our website, which is www.slothisland.com, which gives you a little more information and a little bit of an insight to what is Sloth Island. And then by phone, of course, you can call uh, all the different numbers. I think they're appearing on the screen: 610-2408, 678-4969, or you can send an email to slothisland@yahoo.com. This is slothisland at yahoo.com. The last way you can also contact it, or another way, is to contact Dagon Tours. If you can't reach any of it, or you can call Dagon Tours in Georgetown, and they will sort of organize a trip for you. If you want to do a combination trip to other places, they can also organize that. Yeah, so these are the basic ways you can contact us, and we'll
Thank
be very happy to receive you. We'll be very happy to have you among us. And hopefully this headache that is the 3 months that we just spent, or 3.5 months we just spent with all these stories from America. So many people punishing and dying and not well. And in Guyana, luckily, hopefully things will get better quicker, and but we still have to be very careful. When I go out, I still have to wear a face mask and so on. We have to be very careful because it's our lives and our health, and this is the one thing that matters to all of us. Everything else has to go and wait. What counts is us being good, so we can see tomorrow, and then again another tomorrow, all of us.
That's
So
great.
I wish
Thank you.
everybody a lot of good health. I wish everybody good health and strength and resilience. Basically, we'll make it. We must make it.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Raphael, especially for the final words of encouragement to all of us to ensure that we stay healthy. Thank you to all the persons who have tuned in on our social media platforms as they continue to give their love and support by liking, loving, and sharing the video. So everyone out there, please continue to stay safe. See you guys around. See you on the next video. And thank you again, Raphael. Do have a great day, and you too. Please stay safe.
Thank you very much. All the best. All the best to you.